Good morning, it's Ashley Kennedy here. It's day 5. Obviously I never checked in yesterday because I was doing other things. So that was nice. I got my hair dyed. Thank you, John. Got some nice beautifying treatments. Very reasonably priced, I might add. Thank you, MK. But yeah, so basically I was just wanting to continue from where I left off about coming down here and my journey down. And so basically I was talking about when I was travelling down to Sutton and I was crossing the Dartford crossing, which I've now learned is the Queen Elizabeth II bridge at 5:50am on the Tuesday that I was travelling down. And unfortunately I got hit by a car. It was quite a moment. Yeah, I was basically, the guy that hit me had to cross the lane. I think there's 4 lanes on the Dartford crossing, and the guy was going to get hit and moved. Basically, he had nowhere to go, so he had to go into the side of me. And I think if I remember, I was either going to go into another car or go into the Thames. So I decided to do neither. And thankfully I braced and took the hit. And the car got pretty beaten up, but we managed to safely, the both of us, get right across the lanes and get back into the first lane and then get off the bridge. So that was at 5:50 in the morning. So I literally just I was trying to get over by 6 o'clock to save the congestion charge, which is something that I think can mount up every day if you're doing it. However, I understand why it's there, but it's still, yeah, I was just being, I was trying to be, so that's how I remember specifically. It was before 6 o'clock in the morning and it was right in the middle of the Dartford crossing. Beautiful, Dartford crossing is quite beautiful to look over, and as I say, it's quite a drop into the Thames, so it's a bit intimidating. So I held tight, got over, the car was pretty knackered, couldn't move it. It was pretty scary, pretty painful actually, a wee bit, because you go into sort of tension from the soles of your feet right up to the top of your head. Your whole body goes into sort of into tension. So anyway, but we survived. It was unexpected, it was painful, it was a bit scary, but we survived. And your youngish guy was shaken up as well. So but nobody was, we were hurt, but not desperately in terms of there was a bit of injury down my left side and stuff, but that can heal. I'm getting physio at the moment actually for that. So yeah, it's fine. But yeah, that day was, I was pretty beat up by the time I left. The Orange Recovery people, you know who you are. Thank you so much for coming and getting me mobile so I could get to Sutton. But it was interesting because where I had stopped was directly opposite the road traffic control unit at the other side of the Dartford crossing, and there was all the recovery traffic vehicles, police, road traffic police, and nobody acknowledged us at any point to even shout over, because it was literally across the road, across a couple of roads. So it was quite strange that I ended up having to phone the police myself to get the attention of the road traffic cops to come and make sure, everything was okay and to verify what had happened. So yeah, I found that strange. Yeah, we were literally waving from the other side of the road and nobody addressed it. That we're basically in a pretty perilous sort of situation with the traffic flying past and lorries. And however, it was what it was. But yeah, so I don't know why there was a delay. If we were right opposite them and they can see 2 cars. Yeah, anyway, perplexed is the way I would put it. So basically the Tuesday, so I got my car roadworthy to get to Sutton, and I continued on to my training, which was in Sutton itself in a hotel for 3 days. So I got there at 9:30, a little bit late, obviously, but given the circumstances, I think it was okay to be forgiven. And then that day, I got a text or a call, I can't remember, one or the other, saying that I was getting the keys to the flat that I was moving into. So not only did I have a car crash in the morning, went to the training straight after and for work, and then I got the keys to the flat and moved in that night. I basically had what you'd say a an eventful arrival. Somebody somewhere knew I'd arrived. I'm laughing about it a wee bit now because it's just like ridiculous. But anyway, deep breath time, and it's important just to say that some time has passed. Of healing processes take time, and so I'm kind of just having to work my way through the aches and pains and stuff like that. But yeah, so it made my arrival. It kind of shook me up. What was I coming into? This is not a good omen. What am I doing? What has happened here? What is going on? I changed that opinion now. Another week in, and I'm actually changing that opinion. I think there's some cracking things down here. So I'm not in any way worried about being down here. I'm excited actually because it's different. It's it's multicultural. It's vibrant. It's got everything you need here. It's got lots of things to do and think and see, and yeah. So I'm really excited. But it's a bank holiday here. I don't know if it is up north or not, actually. I'm not sure. I don't think it is, but it might be. But anyway, so which means it's quiet time till maybe Monday, and then things will get back on track on Tuesday. So so I'm going to investigate more parks around here because there's some beautiful parks. What I've seen, I went to one that's 3 miles away from here, and it was beautiful. It's a National Trust Morden Hall Park, and it was so nice. And it's got the cafe, and it's got a garden centre, and it's got parking. Obviously, you pay after an hour and a half, but it's still great, cheap parking to get around and have hours and hours of just soaking up the greenery and the water, and the whole place was. And I've only done a fraction of it, so it's somewhere I'm going to frequent a lot. Which also leads me on to thinking about the National Trust would be a great thing to invest in actually down here as well. The garden. I know it's coming out of season and stuff, but it's still a great asset. So that's my to-do list. So I've got. There's still lots more to discover and find, and meeting some nice people. So I'm really I'm just steadily finding my feet. Not making any rash decisions as well. Because I have been known to just rush in and then basically get my ass bitten, Things have to be, you've got to do things steady, sure, correct. Then there's no problem. Because then everything's in place. Again, with work and stuff, I've got to get my full training completed and get everything in order. So I'm not going to jeopardise anything with that as well. It has to be right, or we'll look elsewhere. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'll look elsewhere, but I'll just make sure I'm up to scratch and everything's in place for me to be there safely and whatever. Because the place that I'm going to work at, they're great, more or less. The manager, Ridwan, and I think it was Emma that did the training, amazing. Some of the staff that I've met, amazing as well. So yeah, I'm really excited. But I just need to make sure that we get everything in place. Because it's important. Safety, everyone's safety is important, and how you want to do a good job, you want to do it right. So yeah, but yeah, I'll get there, and it'll all come together nicely in time. When it's right, and whatever will be. Que sera, sera. But we'll do it right. We'll not make a mess of this. There's been enough hassle getting here. I don't need any more hassle. Okay, have a good bank holiday. See you soon.